Good evening to you all. I hope you are ready with your worksheet. Totally 25 questions. I will cover how much is possible today. I think meanwhile you all also practiced it. Some question is based on only elevation, some on angles with depression, angle of elevation as well as depression. Okay. So previously I have sent a few questions regarding heights and distance. Almost all types we have covered. Today heights and distance question number 1. A tree is broken by wind. From there I will start. Okay na? Shall we have the class now? Get ready. Heights and distance means the first part is based on the sentence mentioned in the question. You have to get the figure and writing the description of the figure, then considering the triangle, applying trigonometric ratios and also specific angle values, you will get the unknown terms. Okay na? The first question, a tree is broken by wind. So in day-to-day situation also they are considering this heights and distance part. A tree is broken by wind. The top struck the ground at an angle of 30 degrees. So let us consider this is the position of the tree. Okay. Due to the wind, this is struck here and this portion has been laid down to the ground. The portion. At a distance of 30 meters from the root. So we consider this is perpendicular and it is making an elevation of 30 degrees. When it is broken, the broken part is laid down to the ground making an angle of 30 degrees. Find the height of the tree. A tree is broken by wind. The top struck the ground at an angle of 30 degrees and at a distance 30 meters from the root. Find the height of the whole tree. Then you have to consider this has been struck. Some part where you have to consider, not whole tree here. Have to change the figure. I think one sentence is missing there. We cannot consider the whole part has been broken. Some portion is broken by the wind. Let us have this is the total height of the tree. This portion has been struck to the ground. The broken part will be struck, making an angle of 30 degrees. This is x meter, this is h meter. And consider AB as height of the tree, AC as broken part, CD equals x meter. Is it clear now? So AB will be x plus h, total height of the tree. Due to the wind, its portion has been struck with making an angle of 60 degrees. Okay. This is 30 meters from the root. This is the portion. Suppose if you get h, then you have to calculate x and total height of the tree will be x plus x. X plus h. Clear? So below the figure you write the description. Let AB equals x plus h meter height of a tree. Then AC equals DC equals x meter broken part. So what height it has been struck, that has been laid down making an angle of 30 degrees. Okay. Angle CDB equals 30 degree and BD equals 30 meter. This is about the description of the figure with respect to the statement given in the problem. Total height is AB. To that, to the part point C, that due to the heavy wind it has been broken. The broken part has been struck to the ground making an angle of 30 degrees. Then we had to find out what is the height of the tree. Taken the description along with the figure. Then we consider in two conditions to get the value of x as well as h. Knowing x and h, the total height will be x plus h meter. Clear? See, in here you will get only one right triangle, but condition you have to find out hypotenuse as well as the altitude. Consider in right triangle BDC, tan 30 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. As we know, the trigonometric ratio tan 30 equals opposite side by adjacent side. Now, tan 30 value is 1 upon root 3 equals h by 30. Therefore, h equals 30 by root 3. Rationalizing it, you will get h equals 10 root 3. Okay, na? Again, we require x value, knowing adjacent side here. Again, in the right triangle BDC, cos 30 degree equals adjacent side by hypotenuse. What is cos 30? Root 3 by 2 equals 30 by x. X equals 30 by x, adjacent side by hypotenuse. Cos 60 is 1 by 2, cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Therefore, x equals 60 by root 3, or rationalizing, you will get it is 20 root 3. So, x is 20 root 3, h is 10 root 3. Therefore, height of the tree equals x plus h, 20 root 3 plus 10 root 3. So we can add it, you will get 30 root 3. Later, multiplying 30 into 1.73, you will get the total height of the tree. Do the calculation. Yes, 30 into 1.73 you have to do the calculation. You will get 51.9 meters. This is one of the most repeated question. Considering total height as AB, at point C the tree has been broken. The broken part has been struck to the ground, making an elevation of 30 degree at a distance of 30 meter away from the foot or root part of the tree. So based on the statement, we have taken the figure. Using the figure, in two different conditions, we calculated x as well as h. The total height will be x plus h meter. Is it clear to everybody? I will move on to next question. I hope it is clear. So even getting the figure also carries marks along with the description. Every part you have to write it in detail. Even while mentioning the triangle also, write the triangle, then ratio, its segment, then substitution value, then final answer. It should be neat portion. Okay. Next. Question number 2. The shadow of a tower standing on a level ground is found to be the shadow of a tower. This is the tower. Consider this is the tower. The shadow of a tower standing on a level plain ground is found to be 15-meter long. Sun's elevation is 30 degree than when it is 60 degree. So there are two different conditions, one with 30 degree, another with 60 degree. So when it is 60 degree, it was x meter if you assume. Then when it is 30 degree, it will be x plus 50. That means total length of the shadow will be 50 plus x meter. This type I think we have covered in the previous class. This is the height of the tower. AB we consider height of the tower. Let it be h meter. As per the statement, when it is 30 degree, it is 50 meter more than when it is 60 degree. 60 degree it was x meter, 30 degree it is 60 plus 50 plus x meter. On that condition, what is the height of the tower you have to calculate. Okay. The shadow of a tower standing on a level plain ground. Level plain is found to be 50 meter longer than when the sun's elevation is longer. Sun's elevation is 30 degree. Then when it is 60 degree, find the height of the tower. Okay. So according to the statement, we have taken the figure. Now with the figure, let us write its description. What is the first description we should write? Let AB equals h meter height of a tower. Let AB equals h meter height of a tower. That is unknown. BC equals x meter, BD equals 50 plus x meter. They are length of the shadow. Length of the shadow. Then later include the other two angles. That is, which are the angles? Angle ACB 60 degree, angle ADB 30 degree. Right? Angle ACB 60 degree and angle ADB 30 degree. Here comes two right triangles. Taking one by one right triangle, substituting x value with h. Further, you can find out the value of h, that is the height of the tower. We have considered that the height of the tower is h meter, so we have to find out the height of the tower. Okay? Consider first right triangle. In the right triangle ACB, theta is 60 degree, opposite side is h meter, base is x meter. Tan 60 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. The value of 60 degree, tan 60 degree is root 3 equals h by x. Therefore, x equals h upon root 3. Because we require the value of h, so we need to substitute x in terms of h. That's why we have considered x in terms of h. Clear? Further, second right triangle ABD. In second right triangle ABD, we have tan 30 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side, where tan 30 degree has the value 1 upon root 3 equals h by 50 plus x. We consider always the base from the foot, from here to here, from here to here. We cannot consider only 50 because it is not the right angle triangle when we consider DC as base. So now 1 upon root 3 equals h by, or we can do the cross multiply. Later you can substitute, that will be simpler. What you get? H root 3 equals 50 plus x. H root 3 minus x can be taken as h by root 3 equals 50. I think we have done this type of question. H equals 50 root 3, 2h equals 50 root 3, h equals 25 root 3. Substitute root 3 value as 1.73. I think in the previous worksheet also this question was there. Here also, no problem, you will get a repetition. Okay, come on, take the answer or show your working in your classroom. (25 into) yes, 43.25 meter. After getting h value, conclude your answer. Therefore, height of the tower equals, finalize as 43.25 meters. Is clear? Always final answer, underline the correct answer. It's the final step that includes all the weightage of marks. Is it clear? Yes, fine. Shall we move on to question number 3? Yes, Purna Chandra. An electric pole is, we'll move on to the third question. Go through in the worksheet the third question. It is not only 43 Kani, 43.25 because we have to multiply with 1.73. An electric pole is 10 meter high. Electric pole is 10 meter high. A steel wire tied to the top of the pole is affixed at a point on the ground to keep the pole upright. If the wire makes an angle of 45 degree, very simple question, MCQ type question, 45 degree with the horizontal through the foot of the pole, find the length of the wire. Take the figure, height of the pole 10 meter and it is making 45 degree from the point of observation where the length of the electric wire tied to keep the electric pole upright is L meter. It is unknown, L meter. Then find the length of the wire. Okay, write the description. AB equals 10 meter, height of an electric pole, angle ACB equals 45 degree, AC equals L meter, length of the wire. So we have opposite side, we require its hypotenuse. What ratio we should consider here in right triangle ABC? What ratio we require to find out the hypotenuse when opposite side is known? What is the ratio we consider? It is sine. Sine, so mention the triangle. In right triangle ACB, sine 45 degree equals opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the value? Sine 45 is 1 by root 2, 10 by L. Therefore, L equals 10 root 2. What is the root 2 value? 10 into 1.414. So what is L? What is L? 1.414 into 10. Either 10 root 2 or 1.41. If you take 1.41 only, it will be 14.1 meter. Sometime they will mention the root value, otherwise we have to get a minimum root 3 value, root 5 value, root 3 value. These are all possible root. I will get it in the solving of heights and distance problem. So then conclude 14.1 meter equals length of the wire. This type of question you will get it as an MCQ. They won't give the figure. Using the figure you have to frame calculating, you will get the answer. That is how the weightage of marks will be distributed to be different types of problem. So after this conclude your answer. Therefore length of electric wire equals 14.1 meter. Okay, now question number 4. A pole 5 meter high. A pole 5 meter high fixed on top of a tower. This is the tower. So this a 5 meter pole has been fixed. A pole 5 meter high is fixed on top of a tower. The angle of elevation of top of the pole as observed from point A. This is the top of the pole as observed from the point A on the ground is 60 degree. Clear? And the angle of depression of the point from A, angle of depression of the point A from the top of the tower is 45 degrees. So this is depression symbol you have to show. Its angle of depression here we consider like this. Okay, it is 45 degree. A, you will take it as P, Q, R, this is X. So here note down the condition. When we see from the top of the tower, the angle of depression of point A is 45 degree. So here comes 45 degree. Whenever you have depression, we have to convert into elevation. Just drawing a horizontal line parallel to the baseline. Here comes alternate interior angles. So the top of the tower is elevation 60 degree. Bottom from point Q when they observe the depression is 45 degree. Then you have to find out height h meter height of the tower. So whenever it is depression, we consider its elevation from the base. But while doing or mentioning the depression, we have to show a horizontal line which makes elevation in the bottom. Okay, na? Get the figure properly and consider AR is x meter. PQ equals 5 meter. Height of a pole. QR equals h meter. Height of a tower. Clear? A 5 meter pole is fixed on h meter tower. Then AR equals x meter horizontal distance. Horizontal distance. And take elevation. Angle PAR equals 60 degree. Angle XQA equals angle QAR equals 45 degree. Okay. Whenever you want to mention the depression angle, show it clearly. This is depression, that is equal to angle of elevation. So whenever we do the calculation, we consider the angle from the bottom, that is angle of depression equal to angle of elevation here. Whenever you want to see the object from the top to the bottom, we observe angle of depression. From bottom to top, it is always angle of elevation. Clear? Now, with condition, we have to find out h, that is the height of the tower. So let us consider the small triangle here. It is 45 degree. In right triangle QAR, tan 45 degree equals QR by AR, where tan 45 value is 1 equals h by x, therefore x equals h. This is the first result. Later, when we consider the next right triangle, for x you can substitute h value. That is, in right triangle PAR, tan 60 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. See the figure, opposite side by adjacent side is tan theta, where tan 60 is root 3 equals 5 plus h by x. You will get x root 3 equals 5 plus h. But in the beginning condition, we have taken x equals h, that we substitute here. H root 3 minus h equals 5. Taking h common, root 3 minus 1. Therefore, h equals 5 upon root 3 minus 1. You cannot keep like 5 upon root 3 minus 1. Further, we have to rationalize it, that is multiplying it by its conjugate pair root 3 plus 1 by root 3 plus 1. What you will get? H equals 5 into 2.73. Is it clear? 1.73 is root 3 value plus 1 is 2.73. If you want, you can take 2.732 by root 3 square minus 1 square. 3 minus 1 is 2. H equals 5 into 2 ones are 2 3s are 6, 2 6 are 2 6 are. Do the product, you will get the answer. That is the height of the tower. Conclude that answer at the end by underlining the final answer. Go through the question and the figure. Based on the figure, you will have two right triangles. Considering one upon the another triangle, substituting x value with h, you will get the final answer. Then write down the sentence, therefore height of the tower equals. Complete it. What's the answer? 6.83. Then at the end you write, therefore height of the tower equals 6.83. Okay now? Yes. Next question. The length of a string between a kite and a point on the ground is 90 meter. If the string makes an angle of theta with the ground level such that tan theta equals 15 by 8, how high is the kite? Assume that there is no slag in the string. Simple question. So based on this, let us try to draw the figure. You can also try. Later you can compare my figure with your figure. Okay. So go through the first sentence and get the figure. The length of a string between a kite and a point on the ground is 90 meter. Between a kite and the point on the ground is 90 meter. If the string makes an angle of theta such that tan theta equals 15 by 8, how high is the kite? Consider this is the position of the kite. Assuming height of the kite above the ground level is h meter, which is flying by attaching 90 meter length of the string, and clearly they mentioned there is no slag in the string. That means the length will be tied with AC 90 meter. Using theta as 15 by 8, they have to find out the value of h, that is height of the meter. The length of the string between a kite and the point on the ground is A to C is given. Okay. Get the figure. Now write the description of the figure. What is the first sentence? Description. AB equals h meter height of a kite. Height of a kite. Okay. Then AC equals 90 meter length of the string. Length of the string. Angle ACB equals theta, that is tan theta equals 15 by 8. For tan theta, we require opposite side by adjacent side. Okay, na? So now consider the triangle. Can you see here? In right triangle ACB, tan theta equals opposite side by adjacent side. 15 by 8 equals h by x. Do the cross multiplication. X equals 8h by 15. Okay. Now, in right triangle ACB, sin theta we cannot get. Yes, sin theta, because theta is not mentioned. X equals this. I think it's a after what 3 tangent should be 15 by 8. There should be one more sentence of this. The length of the string, I will check it once, because another ratio we are not able to get it here. I will check it once. Length of the string such that tan theta is how high is it? So same answer. Answer is correct. Sorry, question is correct. Tan theta equals 15 by 8. Tan theta is this. Okay. If I take sin theta equals h by 90. If I take here cos theta which tan theta equals 15 by 8. So what you get? AC equals root of 225 plus 64, 289, it is 17. So here we consider AC as 17. So now if I consider sin theta equals h by 19, sin theta is 15 by 17 equals h by 90. Then this is not required, children. Please do the correction. Using tan theta and applying Pythagoras, we got the hypotenuse value. That value I substituted here. So what you will get? 17h equals 15 into 90. H equals 15 into 90 upon 7. This much is enough. I thought that we can use the tan theta directly. Now using tan theta ratio, get the hypotenuse value, Then substituting tan theta as opposite side by hypotenuse. Substituting, you will get the value of h. Do the calculation. What is the answer you get? Height 15 into 90. H equals 1350 divided by 17. It is approximately 79 point. You can do the calculation. .4 meters. Check it. Yes. Okay, na? So in the beginning I thought that using that we can substitute by again taking the sine ratio, but it's not possible. From the tan theta ratio we obtain the hypotenuse value. Then using that, applying the sine ratio, we can find out the height of the tower. I'll inform you when we move on to question number 16, why I had taken in the beginning like this. So thinking that type of question I started doing. Now here only one ratio is given. We need exclusively the theta value. Theta is not mentioned. Then the ratio between the opposite side and hypotenuse we must know. That is the reason I took the trigonometric ratios to find out the hypotenuse value. Is it clear? Next. Question number 6. The angle of elevation of, shall I move on to the next question now? The angle of elevation of top of a vertical tower from a point on the ground is 60 meter. From another point 10 meter vertically above the first, its angle is 45 degree. Find the height of the tower. Now, first condition, the angle of elevation of top of a tower is 60 degree. From another point 10 meter above the first, vertically above the first, its elevation is 45 degree. What is the height of the tower? Consider this is h meter height of the tower, CD 10 meter, okay, and this is the elevation. It is 60 degree and it is 45 degree. Come on. Total height is h meter. So when they observe the top of the tower, from this point it was 60 degree. 10 meter above, when it is 10, this portion will be 10 meter and this will be h minus 10 meter. Clearly note down. Both the condition they have taken it as an elevation, and one condition from the base level Another elevation is 10 meter above the base level, vertically above the first. We have given clearly. So let us consider the horizontal distance as x meter. This is equal to x meter here itself, because CDBE will become a rectangle. So before considering the right triangle part, let us give the description here. AB equals h meter, height of a tower. Height of a tower. Okay. BD equals CE equals x meter. It is horizontal distance. That is the distance between foot of the tower and the point of observation. We always consider as its horizontal distance. Then CD equals BE equals 10 meters. Now consider the first right triangle. In right triangle ADB, here we know the theta, we require opposite side. Even BD is also unknown, but later in the second condition we substitute x in terms of h. So that is the reason we consider here tan 60 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. Root 3 equals h upon x. Therefore, x equals h by root 3. Condition 1. Same condition, it is repeated in many other problems also. Whenever you have 60 degree, 30 degree, you will get x in terms of h with respect to either h by root 3 or h root 3. Now second condition, in right triangle ACE, since we consider this is a perpendicular, this portion is also a perpendicular part, there we also you will get another right triangle ACE. Is it clear? Now tan 45 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. Where tan 45 is 1, we consider h minus 10 by x. The total height is h. This 10 meter if you take off, this will be h minus 10. This x equals this x. So where we are taken x as h by root 3. So x equals h minus 10. H by root 3 minus h equals to minus 10. H minus h root 3 equals to minus 10 root 3. Okay. So if I take positive 8, 10 root 3, I will take it here. H root 3 minus h. Is it clear how I made it negative to positive, transferring minus 10 root 3 to LHS, h root 3 and h to the RHS. Now just see, don't write 10 root 3, taking h common you will get root 3 minus 1. H root 3 by root 3 minus 1 into root 3 plus 1 by root 3 plus 1 equals h. Okay, now here 10 root 3 into root 3 is 30 plus 10 root 3 by 2 equals h. You cannot add up, you can take only the common factor. If I take two common factor, it becomes 15 plus 15 root 3 equals h, because taking two common factors, it will cut with the denominator part. 15 plus 5 root 3, not this one. So now h equals 15 plus 5 into 1.73. H equals 15 plus 5 3s are 15, 7 5s are 35 plus 1, 36, 5 1s are 5 plus 3, 8. Add it, you will get 23.65 meters as height of the tower. Go through it once again. So according to the statement mentioned, I took this question with figure representing AB equals H meter height of the tower. And since the base level is 10 meter above that portion, I took it as total height minus H as H minus 10. Here comes two right triangles. Then considering one after the other the right triangle, substituting X in terms of H. The calculation little bit clumsy here. Just check it. In the beginning only I could have taken this transferring way, but after that I just transferred here. Minus has become plus. This plus will become minus. Minus will become plus. And took H as common factor. Further rationalized it. Then the final answer is 23.65 meter. That is the height of the tower. Please check it. Check it once. So yes, now finally you write up at the end. Therefore, height of the tower equals 23.65 meters. So far what the problems we have covered, the figure consists either one right triangle or two right triangles. Always going with the trigonometric ratios, you can easily get the unknown terms unless your figure is perfect with respect to the statement mentioned. Next question. Question number 7th question. It's clear. A man standing on deck of a ship. A man standing on deck of a ship. This is the deck of a ship. This portion. Okay. So you may get confused. I'll give just a plain figure. Deck of a ship which is 10 meters above the sea level. Observes the angle of elevation of top of the hill is 60 degrees. And the angle of depression of base of the hill is 30 degrees. Find the distance of the hill from the ship and the height of the hill. Clear? Here the depression means you have to consider the depression with respect to elevation. The person who is 10 meter above the sea level finds its top elevation as 60 degree, its bottom depression as 30 degree. Though it is depression, I took it as elevation by having the concept of alternate interior angle. So distance of the boat from the, what is the condition given? Distance of hill from the ship and height of the hill. Height of the hill means h plus 10 and the distance of hill from the ship means you have to find out AD. Hill and the ship you had not the horizontal distance because the purely it is on the ship only. This is the position of the ship. From the 10 meter above, that is from point A, the person is observing. So we consider the distance as AD, height as CD. Taken the figure. Okay, now let us try to write the description about it. That is CD equals h plus 10 meters height of a hill. Then AD equals y meter. Distance from hill to ship. Okay, and then BC equals AE equals x meter. That is horizontal distance between the position B to C, A to E. Angle DAE equals 60 degree. Angle EAC equals angle ACB equals 30 degree. Whenever you get angle of depression, show the elevation that is equal to its depression. Okay? Always extending that line, horizontal line, showing here comes depression with elevation. We are equating, we have to mention it. Okay? So now let us go with two right triangles here. One right triangle is in right triangle ABC, tan 30 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side 1 by root 3 equals 10 by x, x equals 10 root 3. Okay, from the base triangle we got x value, same x value we can utilize because they are the opposite sides of the rectangle. Then again, in right triangle DAE, tan 60 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side, root 3 equals h by x. H equals 10 root 3 into root 3. That is, I substituted x value here what we have taken. Therefore, h equals 30 meters. But x equals 30 degree. X is also same. We require its length. So we consider sine 60 degree equals opposite side by hypotenuse. Root 3 by 2 equals h by y. 2h equals y root 3 or y equals 2 into 30 by root 3, that is 60 root 3. Either you can take it as y or length, hypotenuse length. So now y equals 60 root 3 by 3. That is y equals 20 root 3. This is distance of the hill from the ship. We consider its, and here height of the hill means we cannot consider only this portion. From the sea level they have given above 10 meter above the sea level. Okay, so we should include h plus 10 as height of the hill, because hill won't float above the sea level. Base, from base means we have to show the height of the hill as h plus 10, that is 30 plus 10, 40 meters. Is it clear? So here I have h is equal to 30 meters only, but in the beginning I am showing height of the hill equals h plus 10. So your final answer is height of the hill is 40 meters. Distance of a hill from the ship is 20 root 3. That is 20 into 1.73. Is it clear? So both the final answer you have to put it in the statement with final answer in decimal answer. Okay. I'll go with question number 8, last question we conclude, so that from 9th question onwards I will do in the next class. Okay. Take 8th question. The angle of depression of top and bottom of a 50-meter high building, 50-meter high building from the top of a tower. This is the tower. This is building. This is tower. The angle of depression of top and bottom of a tower from the tower, or so here we consider depression showing top of the building and bottom of the building like this. Not necessary this portion, we can consider directly. Take it as x. You have two depression angle that we consider as, yes, we require this because in order to mention the depression angle, it is 45 degree. This is 45 degree and 60 degree here. This is x meter. Okay. The total height is, tower is h meter. So this up to this portion is 50 and this is h. 50 plus h will be height of the tower. Okay, because opposite side is 50 height, that also we consider. Height of the building is 50 meter. Height of the tower is 50 plus h meter. From the top of the tower, they are observing top and bottom of the building. It's found to be 45 degree and 60 degree. 45 degree, that depression I have taken here as an elevation, and 60 degree depression I have taken here as an elevation. Clear? Now write the description of the figure. Here AB equals 50 meter height of the building. CD equals H plus 50 meter height of the tower. Whatever we have noted in the figure, that you have to give the description. And BD equals AE equals X meter horizontal distance. Horizontal distance. Okay. Now we convert angle XCA equals angle CAE equals 45 degree. Angle XCB equals angle CBD equals 60 degree. So from the top we cannot do the calculation. The same depression we consider in terms of elevation. Here comes the calculation. In right triangle BDC, tan 60 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. Root 3 equals h plus 50. H is from C to E, 50 because opposite side is 50. So CD we consider as h plus 50 by denominator is x. That is x equals h plus 50 by root 3. This is result 1. Okay. In result 2 we consider in right triangle CEA, tan 45 degree equals opposite side by adjacent side. Here tan 45 is 1, C is h and AE is x, so x equals h. I have to substitute x is equal to h here. What it becomes? H root 3 minus h equals 50. That is, doing h as x with respect to h, cross multiplying, you will get this. Now take out h common, root 3 minus 1. Therefore h equals 50 upon root 3 minus 1. Further rationalize it. You will get h equals 25 into 2.73. Is it clear? Because denominator root 3 squared minus 1 square is 3 minus 1 2. 50 divided by 2 is 25 and root 3 is 1.73 plus 1 is 2.73. Obtain the product, h equals, you will get the answer, 25 into 2.73 is height of the tower. From that height, if they observe the top and bottom of a building, they found 45 degree and 60 degree. Sometimes they will ask what is the horizontal distance. Since here h is equal to x, you have to write even x also, the horizontal distance also same. Is it clear? What is the product? 25 into 2.73. Do the calculation. It is approximately 68.25 meter. Yes, 65.25 meter. So conclude your answer at the end. Therefore, height of the tower equals 68.25 meter. As it is, when we go with these answers, we feel it is very easy, but unless you practice it immediately, you will stuck in the middle. Okay? So your part is reading the question, try to frame the figure. If it is correct, then you understood. So later, considering the triangles one by one, substituting is secondary. First of all, you should aware how to get the figure with respect to the question. Okay, na? I will continue the same thing in tomorrow's class also. And do practice if possible. Get the question from the PDF what I given into your notes, so that below the question only if you do the answer, that will be much more better rather than in question in your mobile, answer in your note doesn't match. Okay, na? We'll do the continuation of this in the next class. I think you all clear with this. Any doubt you can ask me personally quoting the question. I couldn't cover all the questions because height and distance takes time. You have to go with this step by step procedure. Okay? Thank you. See you in the next class. Is it clear? Even after all the instruction also, the maximum participant here is only 36. I feel very bad about it. I expect more number of, again from all the, this one, names of I can observe from here. But as usual, regular students' name is finding here. So we'll see that how far it will continue. Thank you very much. We'll see in the next class. Okay.